Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often surrounded by a lot of myths, assumptions, and strong opinions: casual sex. We're going to explore what casual sex means, the pros and cons, emotional and physical health considerations, social and cultural perspectives, and how to approach it safely and responsibly if it's something you're considering. Disclaimer: this discussion is intended for mature audiences and is meant to be an open, honest exploration of the topic. This is a judgment-free zone, and I encourage everyone to approach this conversation with an open mind and a respectful attitude toward different perspectives. So, let's jump right in. 1. What is casual sex? First things first, what do we mean by casual sex? Casual sex typically refers to sexual activity that occurs outside of a committed, romantic relationship. It could be a one-night stand, friends with benefits, or simply an encounter with someone you're attracted to, but not necessarily in love with. It's important to clarify that casual sex is defined by the lack of emotional attachment or the intention for a long-term relationship. It's driven more by physical desire or curiosity rather than a commitment to another person. That said, casual sex can look different for everyone depending on their personal beliefs, values, and boundaries. Or 2. The appeal of casual sex. Now, why do people engage in casual sex? There are plenty of reasons, and they're not always what we might assume. Here are some common motivations. Exploration. For many, casual sex is a way to explore their sexuality, understand their preferences, and learn more about what they enjoy in a sexual partner without the pressures of a relationship. Freedom. Being single and having casual sex allows individuals to enjoy sexual experiences without the responsibilities or potential complications of a committed relationship. No strings attached. Sometimes people aren't ready for or interested in a serious relationship. They might be focused on personal growth, career, or simply enjoying their independence. Physical pleasure. Let's not forget that sex is pleasurable. Some people seek casual encounters simply for the physical enjoyment it brings. Social acceptance. In some social circles, casual sex is more normalized, especially with the rise of dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, and others. The stigma around casual sex has decreased in many communities, making it more socially acceptable. But of course, just because something is common or socially accepted doesn't necessarily mean it's right for everyone. Which brings us to our next point. 3. The pros and cons of casual sex. There are both benefits and downsides to casual sex. Let's break these down. Sexual freedom. One of the main benefits is the freedom to explore your sexual desires without the constraints of a relationship. You can experiment, try new things, and get to know your body better. Low commitment. Casual sex typically comes with fewer obligations and responsibilities compared to a serious relationship. You don't have to worry about building a future together or navigating deep emotional territory. Self-discovery. Casual sex can help you learn more about your own preferences, boundaries, and communication skills when it comes to intimacy. It can also help you figure out what you do and don't want in future partners. Physical pleasure. Engaging in consensual sexual activity can be pleasurable and provide a physical release. It can enhance your mood and potentially reduce stress. Emotional complications. Despite the intention for casual sex to remain emotionally detached, feelings can sometimes develop. Human emotions are complex, and sexual intimacy can sometimes lead to unexpected attachments, which can complicate things. Risk of miscommunication. If both partners are not on the same page about what the casual relationship entails, misunderstandings can occur. One person might start hoping for more, leading to possible tension and emotional pain. Social judgment. Depending on cultural or social norms, people may face judgment or stigma for engaging in casual sex. This can be particularly true for women due to the lingering effects of societal double standards. Physical health risks. Casual sex can increase the risk of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, if precautions aren't taken. We'll talk more about how to approach this responsibly in a bit. Mental health impact. For some, casual sex can lead to feelings of loneliness, guilt, or decreased self-esteem if it's not approached with a clear understanding of one's own emotional needs. 4. Navigating emotions in casual sex. Let's dive deeper into the emotional aspects. Casual sex can be complicated because sex itself is inherently intimate. It's natural for some people to develop emotional attachments when they share a physical bond with someone. If you're considering casual sex, it's important to be honest with yourself about how you might feel afterward. Ask yourself questions like, how do I feel about sex without an emotional connection? Am I okay with the possibility that this might not lead to anything more? How will I handle it if I start to develop feelings? Being honest with yourself and communicating openly with your partner is crucial. This transparency helps set boundaries and ensures both parties understand the nature of the encounter. Clear communication can help prevent misunderstandings and emotional hurt later on. 5. Physical health considerations. Let's talk about the physical side of casual sex. Safety should always be a top priority. This includes protecting yourself and your partner from sexually transmitted infections, STIs, and unintended pregnancies. Use protection. Condoms are one of the most effective ways to reduce the risk of STIs and prevent pregnancy. Always use condoms unless you and your partner have both been tested and are in agreement about safety measures. Get tested. Regular STI testing is crucial if you're sexually active, especially if you have multiple partners. Many STIs can be asymptomatic, so testing is the only way to ensure you and your partners are healthy. Know your body. Pay attention to any changes in your body that might indicate an STI, such as unusual pain, discharge, or rashes. If you notice something off, see a healthcare provider promptly. Consent is key. This point cannot be stressed enough. Both parties should be in full agreement and give enthusiastic consent. Casual sex is only truly consensual when everyone involved feels safe, respected, and in control of their choices. Number 6. The social and cultural perspectives on casual sex. Now let's talk about how casual sex is perceived in society. Cultural, religious, and personal values all play a role in shaping our views on casual sex. In some cultures, sex is seen as something that should only occur within marriage or a committed relationship. In others, it's more normalized as a part of dating and exploration. We live in a time where there's a lot of diversity in opinions and practices around sex. On one hand, there's a growing acceptance of casual sex, driven in part by more progressive views on sexuality and the rise of dating apps. On the other hand, some people still view casual sex negatively, associating it with a lack of morality or commitment. It's important to remember that everyone's comfort level with casual sex is different. What feels right for one person might not feel right for another. There is no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to sex and relationships. 7. Casual sex and self-respect. One point that often comes up in conversations about casual sex is self-respect. Some argue that casual sex can diminish self-worth, while others believe that it can be an expression of self-empowerment. The key here is to ensure that your actions align with your values. If engaging in casual sex makes you feel empowered, confident, and respected, that's fantastic. On the other hand, if it leaves you feeling empty, used, or disrespected, then it's worth reconsidering whether it's right for you. Self-respect in casual sex is about knowing your boundaries, advocating for your safety, and ensuring that you're engaging in activities that are fulfilling rather than depleting. 8. How to approach casual sex responsibly. If casual sex is something you're considering, here are some tips on how to approach it responsibly. 1. Know your boundaries. Be clear with yourself about what you're comfortable with and what you're not. Are you okay with one-night stands? Do you want to establish certain rules with friends with benefits? Setting boundaries helps protect your emotional well-being. 2. Communicate. Open and honest communication with your partner is key. Discuss expectations, boundaries, and desires before engaging in sex. Make sure both of you are on the same page about what the encounter means. 3. Practice safe sex. Always use condoms and other protective measures to reduce the risk of STIs and unintended pregnancy. Make regular STI testing a part of your sexual health routine. 4. Listen to your emotions. Pay attention to how you feel before, during, and after casual sex. If it's leaving you feeling more anxious or sad than happy, it might not be the right choice for you. 5. Seek consent. Consent should be enthusiastic and mutual. Never feel pressured into sex, and don't pressure others. Everyone involved should feel safe and respected. 6. Take care of your mental health. If casual sex affects your mental health, talk to a trusted friend, counselor, or therapist. It's important to address any feelings of guilt, confusion, or sadness that might arise. 9. Casual sex is a personal choice. At the end of the day, casual sex is a deeply personal choice. Some people thrive in casual sexual encounters, feeling empowered, free, and happy. Others may find it doesn't align with their values, emotional needs, or desires. What's important is to respect your own boundaries and the boundaries of others. Whether you choose to engage in casual sex or not, it doesn't define your worth, morality, or character. The key is to be informed, honest with yourself, and compassionate towards the diverse ways in which people experience sexuality. Conclusion. So that's our deep dive into casual sex. We've covered what it is, the potential pros and cons, emotional and physical health considerations, social perspectives, and tips for approaching it responsibly. Remember, sex, casual or not, should always be consensual, respectful, and safe. If casual sex is something you're considering, take the time to reflect on your own feelings, boundaries, and values. And if it's not for you, that's perfectly okay too. There is no right or wrong way to navigate your sexuality, as long as it aligns with your comfort level and personal beliefs. Thank you for joining me in this conversation. Let's continue to foster an open, respectful dialogue around sex and relationships. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, but please keep it respectful and considerate of others' experience.